When I was young, I wasn't the smartest in the room. In fact, I failed my university entrance exams 3 times. My English was poor, my family had no money, and no one believed I could succeed. But one thing I had was clarity. I knew I wanted to do something big, something that would change people's lives. Many people fail, not because they lack ability, but because they don't know what they truly want. If you don't have a destination, any road will seem right, and that's how people get lost along the way. Clarity brings focus, and focus is a powerful weapon. Imagine a ray of sunlight. It can warm you, but when concentrated, it can start a fire. That's how determination works. I see many people jumping from one goal to another with no direction, wasting energy without building anything solid. But those with a clear purpose don't just persist, they become unstoppable. Ask yourself, where do I want to be in 10 years? If you can't answer that, stop everything now and figure it out. This doesn't mean the journey will be easy. In fact, the road will be tough, but at least it will be your road. When I started Alibaba, no one believed in the potential of the internet in China. Investors rejected me. Friends called me crazy. But I saw what they couldn't. I knew small businesses needed access to a global market, and that clarity kept me going even in the hardest moments. The certainty of purpose makes decisions simpler. Not easier, but simpler. Having clarity also means learning to say no. If you try to do everything, you end up doing nothing well. The secret to success isn't doing more, but doing better. If you want to catch the rabbit, don't try to change the rabbit, change yourself. Adapt, focus, find the right path, and run until the end. Many people quit because they get distracted by new opportunities and never reach anywhere. But those who have clarity keep going, no matter the challenges. So, the question you should ask yourself is, if not now, when? If not me, who? Waiting for the perfect opportunity is an illusion. Clarity isn't about waiting, it's about acting with purpose every single day. Now that you know this, the real question is, are you ready to take the next step? What separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up along the way? It's not talent, it's not money, and it's definitely not luck. The real difference is the ability to keep going when everything seems difficult. When I started, I was rejected by dozens of companies, failed in several businesses, and heard countless no's. But I didn't stop. If you want something big in life, you must learn to move forward, even when no one believes in you. Many people think success happens overnight, like a stroke of luck. But look at any big name. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Elon Musk. What do they have in common? Invisible work. Jordan practiced after practice. Kobe woke up at 4 a.m. to train alone. Elon Musk works up to 100 hours a week. They all faced failures, criticism, and struggles, but they never gave up. That's resilience, the most powerful ingredient for success. You don't need to wait to feel motivated to act. Motivation is temporary. What truly changes lives is daily discipline. Many people start something excited, but give up at the first difficulty. The successful, on the other hand, understand that the journey is long and full of obstacles, yet they keep going. As I've said before, opportunities exist where people see problems. And here's a secret. The more you fail, the stronger you become. When Alibaba started, we faced so many challenges that many thought we wouldn't survive. But each failure taught us something. And do you know what happened? We became more resilient. Successful people don't avoid difficulties. They learn from them. So ask yourself, when things get tough, will you be like most people and give up? Or will you be one of the few who keep going no matter what? Because those who keep pushing forward, If I had waited for the right even time, when the whole world doubts I would them, never have started are the Alibaba. ones who, in the end, When win. I decided to become an entrepreneur, I had no money, no experience, and no connections. All I had was a vision and the courage to take the first step. Many people fail not because they are incapable, but because they keep waiting to be ready. Let me tell you something. You will never be 100% ready, and the perfect moment will never come. Success belongs to those who act, not those who wait. I see this all the time. People with brilliant ideas that never leave the paper. They say, I'll start when I have more money. I'll take the risk when I'm sure. I'll prepare better before taking the next step. But while they wait, others, perhaps less talented, are taking action and making progress. The difference between those who dream and those who achieve is the ability to start before they feel ready. The fear of failure holds people back. They think, what if I fail? I say, what if you never try? When I started Alibaba, I knew nothing about technology, but I learned along the way. The best entrepreneurs, athletes, and artists in the world didn't start as experts. They started inexperienced, but willing to learn. Real learning doesn't come from theory, but from practice. The world changes fast. If you wait for the ideal conditions, someone faster will take your place. Today, opportunities appear and disappear in the blink of an eye. Those who succeed aren't the ones who wait, but the ones who adapt and move forward. As I once said in an interview, if you don't try, you'll never know what could have been. The only certainty is that those who don't act lose. So, if you're waiting for the perfect moment to start something new, stop right now. Start with what you have, where you are, and adjust along the way. Success doesn't come from waiting, it comes from action. The only question you need to answer is, what will you do now? Everyone wants success, but few are willing to put in the extra effort. I always say that the real difference between winners and the rest is not talent, intelligence, or luck. It's how much effort you're willing to put in beyond what's expected. If you only do what everyone else does, you'll have the same results as everyone else. But if you go further, push harder, and work smarter, you will stand out. Think about the greatest athletes in history. What made Michael Jordan legendary? Was it just talent? No. It was his obsession with improvement. He practiced longer than anyone else. Kobe Bryant was famous for training at 4 a.m., pushing himself beyond exhaustion. Elon Musk sleeps in his factory to ensure things get done. Success rewards those who give more than what is required. I remember when we started Alibaba. We had no money, no technology, and no connections. What did we have? Relentless effort. While others slept, we worked. While others doubted, we persisted. While others complained, we adapted. This is what separates the great from the average. If you want extraordinary results, you must put in extraordinary effort. Success doesn't come to those who do the bare minimum. The world doesn't reward mediocrity. It rewards those who are willing to go the extra mile. If you want to build something great, don't ask, how little can I do? Ask, how much more can I give? Hard work is not just about hours. It's about consistency, focus, and the willingness to improve when no one is watching. So if you truly want to be successful, don't just work hard. Work harder than anyone else around you. Wake up earlier. Learn more. Push yourself beyond your comfort zone. The sacrifices you make today will build the future you dream of. The question is, how much are you willing to give? Most people fear failure, but let me tell you something. Failure is a gift. Without it, you will never grow, never improve, never reach your true potential. If you avoid failure, you avoid success. People think success is about getting everything right, but in reality, it's about learning from everything that goes wrong. Every great entrepreneur, athlete, and leader has failed many times before succeeding. I have failed more times than I can count. I failed my university entrance exams 3 times. I applied for jobs 30 times. and was rejected. Even KFC rejected me. Harvard? They turned me down 10 times. When I started Alibaba, investors laughed at me, saying an e-commerce business in China would never work. But I didn't stop. The biggest mistake you can make is letting failure stop you from moving forward. Every failure teaches you something valuable. The problem is not falling. The problem is not getting back up. The reason Alibaba exists today is not because we never failed, but because we learned from every mistake. Amazon, Tesla, and Apple all had massive failures before they became global giants. The difference? They kept going. You must see failure as feedback, not as defeat. I always tell young entrepreneurs, if you cannot handle failure, you cannot handle success. Success brings pressure, expectations, and responsibilities. If you break under failure, you will break under success too. Think of failure as your personal coach, pushing you to get stronger, smarter, and more resilient. If you learn from it, it will guide you to greatness. So if you failed recently, congratulations. That means you're trying, you're growing, you're on the right path. But now, the real test begins. Will you let failure define you, or will you use it to build the future you want? If you want to succeed, you must understand one thing. Success is not about big, dramatic actions. It's about small, consistent efforts over time. Many people think success comes from one lucky break, one brilliant idea, or one powerful moment. That's not true. Success comes from doing the right things every single day, even when no one is watching. Think about the greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders. They don't train, work, or learn only when they feel motivated. They do it every day, no matter what. Kobe Bryant practiced relentlessly, even after winning championships. Warren Buffett reads 80% of his day. When I was young, I practiced English by speaking with tourists for years before I became fluent. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is simple: consistency. Many people give up too early. They start something new, get excited, work hard for a few weeks, and then stop when they don't see results. But success doesn't work like that. It's like planting a tree. First, you water it for months, sometimes years, without seeing much growth. But one day, it breaks through the soil and grows faster than you imagined. That's how consistency builds success. Slowly at first, then all at once. If you only work hard sometimes, you will get temporary results. If you work hard all the time, you will get permanent success. This applies to everything: business, health, relationships, personal growth. The people at the top are not the smartest or the luckiest. They are the ones who refuse to stop. I have seen incredibly talented people fail because they lacked consistency, and I have seen average people succeed simply because they never gave up. So ask yourself, are you willing to show up every day, even when it's hard? Because if you are, your success is only a matter of time. Most people quit before they see the rewards, but those who keep going will eventually win. Look around you. The people you spend the most time with are shaping your future, whether you realize it or not. If you surround yourself with negative, lazy, or small-minded people, your success will be limited. But if you spend time with people who are ambitious, positive, and driven, you will naturally grow. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. I have met many talented people who never achieved their dreams. Why? Because they stayed around the wrong people. They spent time with those who made them doubt themselves, who told them their dreams were impossible. If you listen to those who say something can't be done, soon you will believe them. Instead, find people who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to improve. One of the biggest lessons I learned in life is that you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If your closest friends are hardworking, disciplined, and successful, you will naturally adopt their mindset and habits. But if they are negative, lazy, or always complaining, their mentality will drag you down. Choose wisely. Many people stay in friendships and relationships that hold them back because they are afraid of change. But if you want to grow, you need to be around those who bring out the best in you. Surround yourself with people who talk about ideas, not just gossip. People who take action, not just make excuses. People who believe in possibilities, not just in limitations. So take a look at your inner circle. Are they helping you rise, or are they holding you back? If you want to succeed, you need to be around winners, because the right people will push you higher than you ever thought possible. If you want to be successful, stop thinking about how to make money and start thinking about how to solve problems. The biggest companies in the world were built by people who found solutions to real problems. Money follows value. If you help others, you will be rewarded. When I started Alibaba, I didn't think, how can I get rich? I asked, how can I help small businesses in China sell their products to the world? Amazon solved the problem of convenience in shopping. Uber solved the problem of transportation. Airbnb solved the problem of expensive hotels. The bigger the problem you solve, the bigger your success will be. Many people complain about problems, but they don't realize that every problem is an opportunity in disguise. If something is difficult, it means people need a solution. Instead of complaining, ask yourself, how can I turn this challenge into a business? Those who think this way will always find opportunities where others see obstacles. Entrepreneurship is not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being the one who sees a solution when others only see difficulties. You don't need a revolutionary idea. You just need to improve something that already exists. The best businesses don't start from perfection. They start from solving a small but painful problem. So instead of asking, how can I make more money? Ask, how can I help more people? Because the secret to success is simple. Those who solve problems will always have opportunities. The biggest enemy of success is not failure, it's comfort. Many people work hard to reach a certain level, and then they stop growing. They think, I've made it, and they relax. But in business, in life, and in personal growth, the moment you stop improving is the moment you start losing. Look at history. Nokia was once the biggest mobile phone company in the world until they stopped innovating. Kodak dominated photography, but they ignored digital cameras. Blockbuster ruled the video rental market, but they refused to change. Today, they no longer exist. The lesson? What worked yesterday will not always work tomorrow. The same is true for individuals. Many professionals stop learning after they get a degree. Many businesses stop improving after they become successful. But the world is moving faster than ever. If you don't keep growing, you will be replaced by someone who does. Winners stay hungry. Losers stay comfortable. One of the biggest mistakes I see is people saying, I don't need to learn anymore. But learning never stops. I spent years studying English before I even started Alibaba. I spent years building Alibaba before we became successful. And even today, I am still learning. Because in life, if you are not moving forward, you are falling behind. So the question is, are you getting better every day? Or are you just staying the same? Because if you're not growing, someone else is. And they might be the one who takes your place. We live in a world of instant gratification. People want success fast, results overnight, and rewards without effort. But let me tell you something. Real success takes time. If you only think about the next few weeks or months, you will never build something great. The most successful people in the world think in decades, not in days. When I started Alibaba, I wasn't thinking about how to make money in 1 year. I was thinking about how to build a company that would last for generations. Jeff Bezos didn't create Amazon to make quick cash. He built it for the long term. Elon Musk didn't create Tesla for short-term gains. He was thinking 50 years ahead. This is why they succeed where others fail. The problem is that most people give up too early. They start a project, a business, or a goal, and if they don't see results in a few months, they quit. But success works like a tree. It grows underground first, building strong roots before you ever see the first leaves. If you stop too soon, you will never see the results. Patience is one of the greatest superpowers of success. Every great business, career, or skill requires time. Steve Jobs spent years perfecting the iPhone before it changed the world. Athletes train for decades before they become champions. Investors wait for years before their best investments pay off. Nothing great happens overnight. So, ask yourself, are you thinking short-term, or are you playing the long game? Because the people who think 10 years ahead will always be the ones who win in the end. Success is not a mystery. It's not magic, and it's not just luck. It comes from a combination of hard work, intelligence, and being in the right place at the right time. Many people want to believe that success is only about talent, but talent alone means nothing without effort. Others think that luck determines everything, but luck only helps those who are prepared to take advantage of it. I have seen many intelligent people fail because they were lazy. I have also seen people with no special talents succeed because they worked harder than everyone else. The truth is, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. If you want to be successful, you must be willing to put in the hours, the sacrifice, and the discipline. But hard work alone is not enough. You must also learn continuously. Knowledge is power. The most successful people in the world, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, are always learning. They read, study, and adapt. If you stop learning, you will be left behind. This is why I always tell young people, if you want to be lucky, work harder, because the harder you work, the luckier you get. Opportunities come to those who are prepared. The third ingredient is timing. Many people give up too early because they don't see instant results. But success requires patience. You must be in the game long enough for the right opportunity to come your way. Alibaba didn't become successful overnight. It took years of failures, rejections, and persistence before we became one of the world's largest companies. If you want to achieve great things, people will criticize you. It's guaranteed. No matter what you do, someone will always have something negative to say. If you listen to them, you will never move forward. If you are afraid of judgment, you will never take risks. The truth is, you will be criticized whether you succeed or fail. So why not succeed anyway? When I started Alibaba, people laughed at me. They said, "Jack, you know nothing about technology. You know nothing about business. You are just an English teacher." Even when Alibaba became successful, critics still said we wouldn't last. But I didn't listen. I knew that if I believed in my vision, I had to keep going, no matter what people said. Criticism is part of the journey. Some people will try to discourage you because they don't believe in themselves. Others will criticize you because they are afraid of your success. But remember, no one doing better than you will ever criticize you. The people who judge you are usually the ones who are doing nothing with their own lives. Instead of fearing criticism, use it as fuel. If someone says you can't do something, prove them wrong. If people doubt you, work harder. If they laugh at your dreams, let that be your motivation to push even further. The best revenge is not anger, it's success. Don't let other people's opinions control your life. If you have a vision, follow it. If you have a goal, chase it. Because at the end of the day, the only voice that truly matters is your own. The world is changing faster than ever. Technology, business, and even the way we live our daily lives are evolving at an incredible speed. If you don't adapt, you will be left behind. Many people resist change because they are afraid of the unknown. But let me tell you something. The most successful people are not the strongest or the smartest. They are the ones who adapt the fastest. Look at how the world has changed in just the past 20 years. The internet transformed business. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing industries. Jobs that existed 10 years ago no longer exist today. And in the next 10 years, 50% of today's jobs will disappear. The question is, are you prepared for what's coming? When I started Alibaba, China had almost no internet. People told me, "Jack, e-commerce will never work here." But I believed that technology would change everything. If we had listened to the doubters and refused to adapt, we would have failed. But instead, we embraced the future and built a company that changed the way business is done. Adaptability is not just about business, it applies to everything in life. If you are stuck in the past, refusing to learn, refusing to change, you will struggle. But if you are flexible, open-minded, and always looking for new opportunities, you will always stay ahead. So don't fear change. Embrace it. Learn new skills. Stay curious. Because in a world that never stops changing, your ability to adapt will determine your success. If you want to stay ahead in life, there is one rule you must follow. Never stop learning. The moment you think you know everything, you have already started falling behind. The most successful people in the world are not those who are the smartest, but those who never stop growing. Bill Gates reads 50 books a year. Warren Buffett spends 80% of his time reading. Elon Musk taught himself rocket science. These are some of the richest, most powerful people on the planet, yet they still believe they have more to learn. If they are still learning, why would you ever stop? Many people graduate from school and think their education is over. But real learning begins after school. The knowledge that got you to where you are today is not enough to get you to the next level. If you want to grow, you must continuously upgrade your mind. Learning doesn't mean sitting in a classroom. It means reading books, listening to great minds, traveling, experiencing new things, and always staying curious. The world is full of knowledge, but only those who seek it will find it. If you stop learning, you stop improving. And if you stop improving, someone else will pass you by. So, commit to lifelong learning. Read, explore, challenge yourself. Because the person who keeps learning will always be ahead of the person who stops. Money lost can be regained. Opportunities missed can sometimes return. But time, once it's gone, it never comes back. The biggest mistake people make is wasting their most valuable resource, time. Every minute you spend scrolling mindlessly on social media, every hour wasted on things that don't help you grow, is time you will never get back. While you are distracted, someone else is working, learning, and building their future. Success is not about how much time you have. It's about how you use it. Think about this. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is how they spend those hours. Are you spending time on things that push you forward? Or are you wasting it on things that don't matter? When I was young, I spent years learning English by speaking to tourists. I didn't have money, but I used my time wisely. That skill eventually helped me start Alibaba. Small actions every day create big results over time. So, take control of your time. Use it to learn, grow, and create something meaningful. Because in the end, your success will not be determined by how much money you make, but by how well you spent your time.
Jack Ma has always been more than just the founder of Alibaba. He is a visionary, a relentless dreamer, and a true master of self-improvement. In a world where most people wait for the perfect moment, fear failure, and struggle with consistency, Jack Ma has proven that success is built through clarity, resilience, and continuous learning. His journey from being an English teacher to becoming one of the most influential entrepreneurs in the world is filled with lessons that can transform anyone's life. During this powerful talk, Jack Ma revealed his personal formula for improving yourself every single day. He didn't just share theories. He spoke from experience, showing how failures, rejections, and struggles shaped his mindset. I failed my university entrance exams 3 times. I was rejected by 30 jobs. Even KFC didn't hire me. These setbacks could have broken him, but instead, they became the foundation of his success. One of the biggest takeaways from this speech is the importance of having clarity. Without knowing exactly where you want to go, you will waste time and energy on distractions. If you don't know what you want, any path will seem right. Jack Ma emphasized that the most successful people are not necessarily the smartest or the richest. They're simply those who have a clear vision and the discipline to pursue it relentlessly. Another crucial lesson he shared is the power of consistency. Many people start strong, but lose momentum when things get tough. However, real success is built on small, daily habits that compound over time. Jack Ma compared it to planting a tree. You may not see growth immediately, but with patience and dedication, the results will eventually come. He also warned about the danger of waiting for the perfect moment. Too many people delay action because they feel they are not ready. But, as Jack Ma pointed out, you will never be 100% ready, and the perfect moment will never come. Success belongs to those who start before they feel fully prepared and adjust along the way. The speech also touched on a fundamental truth. Who you surround yourself with matters. If you spend time with negative, lazy, or small-minded people, they will pull you down. On the other hand, if you're surrounded by ambitious, driven, and positive individuals, their energy will push you higher. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is why choosing the right circle is essential for long-term growth. Perhaps one of the most impactful moments of the talk was when Jack Ma spoke about failure as a teacher. Instead of fearing it, he encouraged embracing it. If you can't handle failure, you can't handle success. Every great achievement comes with setbacks, and the difference between winners and losers is simple. Winners learn, adapt, and keep going. This talk was filled with powerful insights on adaptability, lifelong learning, and the importance of solving problems instead of complaining about them. Jack Ma reminded us that in a rapidly changing world, those who resist change will be left behind, while those who stay curious, flexible, and always learning will thrive. If you're looking for a roadmap to personal growth, self-discipline, and long-term success, then you won't want to miss what Jack Ma shared in this incredible speech. Are you ready to take action and start improving yourself every day? Because as Jack Ma himself would say, if not now, when? If not you, who? Now that you've heard Jack Ma's powerful insights, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you let it inspire you for a moment and then go back to your old habits? Or will you take action and start improving yourself every single day? The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Some apply what they learn, while others just listen and forget. Think about it. Are you waiting for the perfect moment? Are you afraid of failure? Are you surrounding yourself with the wrong people? Every second you spend delaying your growth is a second wasted. Time is the most valuable resource you have, and you can never get it back. If you don't start taking control of your life now, then when? Jack Ma has shown us that success is not about luck, intelligence, or talent. It's about resilience, consistency, and the ability to adapt. The world is changing faster than ever, and if you're not learning, improving, and pushing yourself forward, someone else is, and they will take the opportunities that could have been yours. Now, I want to hear from you. What was the most valuable lesson from this talk? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. And if you ever need motivation, come back and watch this again. The journey to success is not about a single moment of inspiration. It's about constant reinforcement and action. Before you go, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you don't, you might never find it again, and you'll miss out on more life-changing insights like this one. Turn on notifications so you never miss a video. And if you're serious about taking your life to the next level, watch the next video. Jack Ma's Abundance Mindset. Create your own luck in life. It's exactly what you need to see next.